Hey guys, Alana here. So, this is going to be a little bit more of a informational video, I'd say. Um, with, again, another question. I don't know why these videos always have a question in it. But, so, I don't know if any of you watch the news, but whenever there's a huge tragedy in the world, there's always somebody there to report it. Now, when have you ever heard a transgender person in the news? I mean, I myself, I haven't been watching the news very long, but I know I haven't heard one in a long time, and I don't think many people can state, oh, yeah, it's happened X number of times. And some of you might be thinking, well, no, it doesn't happen very often, but there's not a lot of transgender people that are going to make the news. Well, I might decide to interject with you there. I read an article a little while ago that, or not a little while ago, it was a few months ago, but it was placed for the beginning of this year, or the beginning of last year, sorry. You know, New Year's, time differences, blah. But anyway, it states that 42% of transgender people will commit suicide. Now that's a huge number. If you say 42% of 100, you're looking at 42 people. That's a lot of people. So, obviously, there's a story there. We're being ignored. And that's not cool. That's why. and and there was one that happened recently, and until Sirius brought it to my attention, I had no idea. And I feel horrible because I never got to know this person when they were here. And yet another transgender person becomes another statistic. And their voice isn't heard. And every voice is important. And she was even an artist. And at the end of this video I'll put up one of her pieces of art so you can see. I mean, her art is amazing. And she committed suicide, and I didn't hear until a good 4 days after. Huh? Just because she's transgender? Or is it because of how she was being treated? I went through and I specifically looked up after Sirius told me about this and figured out, what was going on with this person. And I read her suicide note. What she did was on Tumblr, after she committed suicide, she had it set up so that way it would post after she committed suicide. So when this note appeared, she had already been dead for probably at least 2 days, or probably at least a day. Sorry, I'm not exactly sure the time frame, but it was after. And reading the note, it was ridiculous. Like, I'm not saying why she did it wasn't valid. No, I'm not saying that at all. What she had to go through was obscene. Like, when she came out, like, her family's religious, and I'm not going to pick on religion here. That's not what I'm designing this channel to be. I feel that, hey, I might not believe the same thing you do, but I have beliefs, you have beliefs, everybody has their beliefs. I'm not going to say my beliefs are right. They're what I believe in. Your beliefs are not what I believe in, but that doesn't make you wrong. It means that's what you believe in, and that's fine. But when you push your beliefs on somebody else, that's when I draw the line. And reading this note, it was her family was pushing their beliefs that, being transgender is wrong. There is something wrong with you. That's a sin. That is against God. And if you want, I'll put a link in the description to her channel so that way you can read it if you really want to. Keep in mind that it is a suicide note, so it is a little bit depressing. So that's pretty much the warning I'm going to give you right now. So click at your own risk, basically. But anyway, the fact of religion, playing a part in transgender people's lives, even if they don't believe in that religion, or if they do, it shouldn't be the darkness that pushes us over the edge. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know now. I have been suicidal, and it's happened a few times. And I'm not saying it was because of religious beliefs or this, that, or whatnot. It was an overwhelming darkness that was inside of me, and I can tell you right now, if I didn't have the support I have, like if I didn't have Sirius here, if I didn't have my family and my friends, I probably wouldn't be here. And the fact that, like, when I was reading the letter, her family went and pulled her out of school. They exiled her from um, all social media. They took away the cell phone. They took away the internet. Everything. She was literally put in an environment where it was the religious belief that it's against God. And in my opinion, that's not okay. If this situation had been handled differently, if this situation had been any way better, she might still be here. And in every life, in my opinion, is important. And especially an artist's life, because their view on the world is so unique, that us as a society can never replace it. We don't know what we're missing now. She could have been the next, Rembrandt. I don't know. You know, but still, I mean, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but, blah, sorry, I was trying to get back on topic here. Um, but anyway, like, her voice has not been heard. And it's really sad that that is the case. So why can't people report on us, like, the good, the bad, our failures and our triumphs, we're humans too. I put myself out there, and I know I put myself out there, and I'm willing to take on that responsibility of, hey, I'm transgender and you've seen me online. Fine, I take care of that responsibility, and I know not everybody does. But why do we have to hide? Why do we have to? Why do we need to feel unsafe? I was reading another thing that was saying that 80% of kids in school under the age of 18, or young adults just starting in college, so we're talking under the age of 20, don't feel safe in school if they're transgender. And that number, sadly to say, it does not surprise me. It's a ridiculously high, sorry, it's a ridiculously high number, and it's not okay. We're people too. We need to feel safe. We need to feel supported. I can remember a lot of my childhood, and I choose to block it out, but I remember a lot of times where I was being told by different people, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. And in my mind, being Alana, being who I am today, the confident woman that you see in front of you, that's who I am. I'm not who I grew up as. And even when I was portraying a guy, it was like, I'm not right. Something's wrong here. This doesn't feel good to me. This is not normal for me. And this is why. It's because I'm who I am. I was born transgender. I will always be a transgender woman, even when I do the surgery. I see myself more when that happens as a girl, but that's the label I'm always going to have. And in some ways that's not okay, but in some ways it's what I need to do. But, why is there such a stigma? Why do we need to have such fear in I'm trying to think of the word, depression and darkness in our lives? that it's like we have like two options to buck up and take it, or let it overwhelm us and we eventually die with our voices being totally silenced. And like the fact that it's just hitting social media, it's been out there for a few days, and it took, so if this letter posted on the 28th, which is when I think it was posted, it took 3 days to get to Facebook. And that to me is a bad thing. And like I've read some of the comics on them, comments on the the site that I found it on, and people were like, "I can't believe this is up here. You're over dramatizing suicides, and all this." No, put our voices out there. Don't silence a voice that wants to be heard. Don't just ignore us. We're here. We're here to stay. There's always going to be transgender people. I was trying to find a number for how many people will turn out to actually be transgender throughout their life, and it's so unknown. There's so little known about the transgender world right now. And this is 2015. I can understand years ago. Fine, whatever. We've come a long way. But the fact that I would have to go to work and hear him, and I'm in my work outfit, and I look like a girl, I talk like a girl, I'm a girl, and somebody coming into my work can call me a him, and nobody stands up for that? That's ridiculous. So please, take a look at her Tumblr. Don't let her voice get silenced. She's no longer with us, but please hear her pleas. So, I hope you guys stay with us, and we'll be back for more videos soon. So, again, this is going out as more of a tribute to Leah Alcorn. There you go. Sorry, I had to pull it up real quick. Leah Alcorn, and this is one of the pieces I found to be one of the more unique pieces, but it's really good in my opinion. So again, take a look at our Tumblr, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.